Points, thanks. Let me mention a few points of light, some of the things from the proposals that were printed that I think are particularly relevant for us as we go forward. And I want to mention 5 of them quickly. The first is that there's a Open Doors and RFI protocol for documenting religious freedom violations, particularly for the most vulnerable migrant communities or those who are persecuted and have had to flee their country. This is important as a best practice for governments, and so getting government adoption or NGO contractor adoption of standards like these would be a real win for religious freedom. It's a practical step. The second one, I've heard a lot about it, but we need to see investment in youth-oriented media and social media campaigns. But what we need is things like Schoolhouse Rock for religious freedom. We need memes and those cool little Google videos that you click on right above the search engine that tell a story or a book. You may have seen the one from this week was the story of Anne Frank. It's masterfully done. It's in front of millions of users every single day. And we really haven't had user-friendly, positive religious freedom, positive pluralism, those types of messages in those types of places where our young people will see them. And what we're good at are speeches and books and articles, right? And we need to be better in communicating, and there's several initiatives here about how to communicate better. Third, we need to press the ministerial next week to make a formal governmental statement on religious freedom, and in specific, to protect the rights of morally orthodox communities, not just abroad, but at home, to freely practice their faith, individuals, institutions, and faith-based organizations. Fourth, I think an important one that we've seen is that we have to engage big media and big social media like we did at this conference. We need to hold them accountable, and at the same time, religious communities and religious freedom advocates are going to have to invest heavily in alternative platforms for communication, for cooperation, and for finance. And then the last one that particularly excites me has to do with replication of this event. Yesterday, I heard a college in the South that has decided that they're going to run a one-day International Religious Freedom Conference in their community, and they've already figured out the demographics of who are the big diaspora communities in their backyard so that they can get voices of people who've had to flee for persecution, who are their neighbors, getting the chance to talk about that. BYU has done a similar thing in the past, and I think that type of replication of taking this to Dallas, taking this to Atlanta, taking this to Los Angeles, and local communities, local houses of worship, and schools running it is a great outcome from this conference. Thanks.